Hey, it's Mighty here. I'm going to give you the piano or keyboard side of the tutorial for our first song, Every Little Day. Daniel's going to cover the guitar. So here we go. If you're on a keyboard rather than a piano, you want to start off by putting your volume down to about a quarter of the way. And you want to gradually bring it up as you play. And then you'll be playing these chords with your right hand in the space of the middle C here. B minor. That's an A sharp, D, and an F. Then you're going to move to a C, which is a C, an E, and a G. So it's a C chord, still with your right hand. So it's, and all the while you're gradually turning up the volume. You're then going to use an A chord, which is an A, C, E, an A minor chord. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to use a D minor chord, which is a D, an F, and an A. And you're going to play that twice, so it's. This time you're going to use an inverted D minor, which means hold that down and then you go like that. A, D, F rather than D, F, A. Inverted just means to turn it upside down, so you move that to the bottom. So you play like that. And now this time we play the first part again. A minor, D minor, and instead of doing your inverted D, you go back to your B minor. However, you press E as opposed to F. So instead of, you're pressing E, which causes a dissonance. Otherwise, notes that don't work well together. And then you correct it, so it sounds like. So it's and that's all you're playing for the introduction, the verse, and for the beginning of the bridge. Okay. However, when you get to the verse, you're going to play D, but instead of doing the double D again like that, you're going to change and play and just miss out that third line altogether and play the last line slow. So with the voice it sounds like 12-year-old boy sits by himself, he doesn't know who to go to for help, and in his world he feels alone. And then you're going to alternate between the E and F for a second almost alone sound from the piano. This is called mimicking. So that's E, F, E, F, 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 F. So it's all together. Sits by himself, he doesn't know who to go to for help, and in his world he feels alone. And then you play the intro again for the beginning of the bridge. But on the C, you double up by pressing that C again, and then you press A only once, and then you double up that D, and then from there on out you always play the chord and then play the last note of the chord separately, So it's, except for the D chord, in which you press the first note. So the first part of the bridge sounds like, once you get into it. So I'll play the verse and then the bridge again. A 12-year-old boy sits by himself. He doesn't know who to go to for help, and in his world he feels alone. And then we move on to the words of the bridge. So the words for the bridge are, but as long as you can fly, and that's playing a D chord and an upper A chord. So it's the same as your A down here, except you're playing it up here, A, C, E. As long as you can fly, you don't care for him, you wouldn't even say goodbye. So that's D and F, which is F, A, C. So it's as long as you can fly, you don't. Back to D. You wouldn't even say good, not the goodbye. C, A, F. But as long as you can fly, you don't care for him, you wouldn't even say goodbye. And it's back to the D. You would leave him or her. It's an E chord, E, G, B. Him or her. And then it's him, all, in time with the words. No. That D chord. And then you play that 3 times once you finish the chord. So all together with the vocals, it sounds like this. A 12-year-old boy sits by himself. He doesn't know who to go to for help, and in his world he feels alone. And then Daniel will play his chorus, and during the chorus there is a bass part you can play. Okay, so the bass part. For the bass part you only need to use 3 notes, the E, the A and the D, but you alternate between them in this order. For as long as the vocals are on. When the vocals finish, the bass part finishes. So, but every little thing that you say to me, I just don't want to hear. And every little thing you say to me goes in and out my ears. And then you continue that while the vocals are on.
Hey guys, this is Daniel from Mighty Ginger Sheep. Today, as promised, I'm doing the tutorial for Every Little Day and the song we wrote. And that's it, let's jump right into it. This is the guitar part of it, and the chorus. If you want to know the keyboard or piano part, I'll put the link in the description and you can go to that video. We're going to start now. Capistrano, 2nd fret of the guitar, up here. So it sounds incredibly simple so far. So, all the chords you're going to need: E minor, which is 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. Then you're going to need an A minor, which is a mute, 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. Then a D minor chord, which is 0, 2, 3, 1. I normally tell people to play the bottom 4 strings because I feel it's a better D minor, it's sharper. So, it's a bit easier to think of the chorus in 3 parts. It's a 4/4 song, so you have 2 options. You can either go just downstroke. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like most people are used to. Or you can do what I did in the actual song, which was, I did a downstroke then an upstroke. So it was. Okay, so and I was only playing the one chord there, don't worry, that's not actually how you play the chorus. So the chorus, in time, it goes like this. You do that 3 times, so it's E minor, A minor, B minor, and D minor. That's it, that's how simple it gets. So for the last part, you might notice there's a slightly different chord pattern. So after you do the bit on the floor, so you do E minor, then you do the same thing, you go E minor, 3, 4, A minor, 3, 4, then you switch back to E minor as you normally would, but only play it for two beats. So you go 1, 2, then switch to A minor quickly. That's it. So it sounds complicated, it's not really. So it goes on the floor, E minor for 2, A minor and E. Now for the diminuendo, when the guitar fades out, the piano comes in. What it is, all it is just E minor. So it's E minor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you play E minor for 6, and then A minor for 2. So that's so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A minor for 2, A minor for 6. At this point, I will start fading out, letting the piano just end on that E.
And now that the chorus in a diminuendo, the piano again quietly starts with the chords of the intro and gradually builds up as a crescendo, which means to gradually get louder as the guitar fades out. Sing the next verse, and the final verse. The lyrics are, but you don't see the pain in his eyes. You're playing a B minor chord, but you don't see the... Swapping to a C chord, which is C, E, G, pain in his... And then you're going to play an A chord for eyes. You don't see the pain in his eyes. And you start that chord sequence again, but instead of doing the A chord, you're going to do an F chord. You don't see him at night when he... And you're going to play them separately and then hold them. Cries. And again, you haven't heard his thoughts on suicide. And for the suicide, when you get to the side part, you're doing your lower A chord, and then it's that night out his window, he, and then you're playing an upper C chord, lies, and then Daniel will play his chorus after a counting of 2, 3, 4. And you can resume the bass part, but only while the vocals are on, and once the vocals have finished, the bass part stops.
There's a little bit extra also we have to do, which is the ending part of the chorus. So you do the diminuendo thing, except this time at the end of the song you don't fade out because it's the guitar that ends. So it's all you do is you do a one stroke at the ending. You slow down. You slow down as you progress with the chords. Then at the end do one stroke in E minor. Then you play the still on E minor, we play strings 4, 5 and 6. So it goes. Then you do a staccato E minor chord, but remember to stop the strings, so don't let it ring it. That's the point of the staccato, which means a short attached note or chord, depending on. So it goes. That's it. That's the chorus done. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to play the songs. Sorry if that was a bit confusing. It wasn't meant to be. So that's it, guys. Be sure to check out other videos. Be sure to check out the actual song if you don't know actually how it sounds. So that's that. Be sure to check out other videos, like I say. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial.